Libra. I'm going to get a feel for what's going on with you. This may not resonate with everyone. Understand that if it's not your situation, it may be future energies, or it may be that you are the messenger for someone else. It's going to be more past to future in terms of the spread. So let's see what's going on. What's going on with my Libras? And if you hear noise in the background, that's my puppy Oreo. Got strength at the bottom of the deck before the cut. So you may have went through some difficult times that required strength, but ultimately you followed your inner guidance. You followed your connection to your intuition and you moved forward. It doesn't feel like a stuck energy, but let's see what's going on with my Libras. Beautiful energies. Wow. Let's see where we're going with this, and look what's at the bottom. This is some make no mistake energy. Matter of fact about it. Wow, you have a lot of cards. Okay, so Libra, you got a lot going on, maybe. We're gonna dig into it though. You just get a feel for the energy. It feels exciting. Okay, got some cards going the wrong way here. Okay. All right. Past energies. I feel like you gained some insight on a calling that you've felt possibly for as long as you can remember. It was a passion, or is a passion you have, that you had inconsistent action toward. But recently in your past, you've obtained some kind of insight. And it feels like you're trying to figure out the best way to make a shift in your life that's aligned with the direction that you want to go in, and the best strategy to obtain victory and be. Some of you are trying to be your own boss, but you don't want to be one of those bosses that nobody likes. And you're trying to, I'm hearing like plan, plot, strategize on how to be favorable to your customers, your employees, your partners, yourself during the process. And you're learning how to communicate from a place of compassion, a place of balance, a place of compromise, in order to move forward and not be, I'm hearing bullheaded. so bullheaded or unwilling to compromise. So you're really working on the way that you communicate and the way that you express yourself. You know, it's like you're nurturing your baby here, and as you try to grow yourself and your business or future business, and it could cause some form of stress, maybe mentally trying to figure out how you're going to make it all happen, or how you're going to keep it all going, or how you're going to determine, you know, who's the right employees to hire, and you know, how are you going to know what customers are snakes and what customers are genuine. And I think you're trying to come to terms with the fact that you're going to have to be very grounded and confident in yourself and willing to be stern. But ultimately, you will have victory in in the steps you take to create this. It's like you're going to have a victorious start. And that's not to say that you won't have a good running, but where the energy that I'm reading for currently and towards future, and this feels more future oriented. It feels like you're right here with the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. You've just come out of this past energy here, and you're at the point where you're shifting your perspective on you being able to achieve victory, you being able to actually do it, you being able to change your position in life, you being able to change your finances, you being able to change your current habits, you know, any limiting thoughts. You know, you're learning how to communicate as if it's already done. You're learning how to operate in a manner of I am victorious, rather than I can be victorious. You're learning that you have to experience the experience internally, and it's like the saying, you don't have to see it to believe it, you have to believe it to see it. So you're kind of manifesting and preparing yourself, and I'm hearing for some of you like patting yourself on the back for even pushing yourself and not being willing to accept other people's negative criticism. It's like you can accept constructive criticism, but you're not going to allow naysayers to stop what you feel is right for you. You're not giving away your power. You're not giving away your opportunities, your chances to really better yourself. And you've got this clarity. You've got this clarity almost psychically, where you see yourself and your potential. It's like if there's barriers, or you see or feel like this is the end of the road, you're still going to push yourself forward, because you have this understanding that it's already done. You have this understanding that Source's mercy is shined upon you, and you don't need much. You know, you don't need much to get started. You just need to be confident and stay on your throne in a leader position, knowing that you have the insight, the clarity, and the know-how. You have the I'm hearing like tunnel vision to where you're going and where you want to be. I feel kind of lightheaded. Some of you got your head in the clouds. But you know, it's better to have your head in the clouds, you know, than to fear or to worry. or to wonder who will stab you in the back. You know, who's smiling in your face but have a different vibe behind your back. You know, it doesn't matter because you're protected. And as long as you go in there without holding on to without, being fearful of how new this experience may be and how you've never felt this way and how much nurturing it actually is going to require. It's like you're still going to have to adjust to it, but don't focus on the wrong things. And of course, this isn't going to resonate with everyone. Everyone's not trying to start like a business or something, but it feels like you're in the flow of acceptance. It feels like you're in the right mind about it. You also don't need to, for some of you, it's not about being so expressive about this balance you're obtaining or being so whew. See, that fast talking. It's like, calm yourself, get your words together. Remember how you are able to talk that business talk. Remember how you are able to communicate with clarity and accuracy. Don't get jumbled up just because you have to have a response. In some cases, just because you have to respond, it doesn't mean respond without thinking. It doesn't mean rush in with the response. Don't listen to say something back, but listen to understand. And speak to ensure that people understand. And that may be difficult for you, but it's about adapting to the new you, the new normal, the new experiences you're sure to come across dealing with business. And we don't have pinnacles here, but intuitively I feel like this venture is business related. It's just it's so much backing, the reason why you want this new venture. And it also could be that your business venture isn't the typical. It could be more spiritual, or it could be more like a psychiatrist. It could be more like a therapist, even a physical therapist. Have confidence in yourself. You have the ability to do this, whatever it is you're trying to obtain or have success in. But I'm feeling like, remember that aha moment that gave you the boost to go do it. Remember the enlightenment that was given to you and the decision to move in this direction. There's always great reason. This enlightenment is trying to move you from your lower self into a higher vibration, into a higher state of awareness, into a higher self-worth, an understanding of self-worth. You don't have to continue to stay in this position to obtain knowledge. But at times you do need to kind of disconnect And I feel like you've already done this disconnecting, or you're in the process of doing this disconnecting and getting raw information. You know, not through like reading about something or looking something up, you know, word of mouth. This is about gathering information that's truly from a higher place, that's authentic and catered to your truth. And when you hold on to what's your truth and what's your calling and what's your motivation, it's like you can't go wrong. It's going to be what fuels this passion. And I'm hearing anxiousness to take action. But again, don't act too fast, because if you misblend, it's going to cause, you know, more work. You've got to keep that blend consistent. What's the advice going into the future? What does this queen need to know? You guys have a lot of cards. Immediately I heard, don't have a fear. Don't have a fear of poverty. Don't have a lack consciousness, a lack mindset. It's like you want to believe this can happen to you so bad, but you still have this reluctancy. Although you're so anxious and you want to do it, you want to take action, you have a reluctancy. And it's only due to the fact that there is a learning process before actually hitting, you know, the point of success. You have to first learn, then you have to put it into action, and you have to perfect, you know. But you have to stay tapped in. And remember not to grow comfortable, you know, with where you are. Or not to have where you've been in the back of your mind or so ingrained in you that you feel like any step can be like a completion. And that's not to say that you don't congratulate yourself or be proud of your accomplishments, but keep moving. Because I feel like for you, an idle mind is the devil's playground. An idle mind will keep you or put you back into a place where you feel like you may have to, you know, where you may feel like you may have to endure the worst to rebuild success or to have success. You know, and it's like self-sabotage. Don't get into an energy of self-sabotage. And I feel like don't be, you know, in a place where you're just looking for synchronicities. You're looking for signs. You're looking for pats on the back. You're looking for, constant visual confirmation. A part of what the Hierophant's capabilities are is to tap into that inner knowing. You know? be true to yourself. I'm hearing like in the process of expanding and growing what it is that you're trying to manifest, stabilize, or create. Stay true to yourself, because you're going to be, for some of you, bombarded. For others of you, certain, you know, less often, but you're going to be around people or do business with people, or, just in some way have to engage with people who may have different opinions than you, different viewpoints, different desires and ways to go about doing things. But it's about compromise. you know be true to who you are when these situations come about. Listen to your inner guidance, your inner knowing. Defend what it is that you are creating, but also don't put yourself in a position where it's going to be exhausting, or where you're in a place where you have to constantly stand guard or defend or oversee. Don't delegate to the wrong people. Don't give away too much creative freedom to the people you choose to do business with, or even the people you choose to be aware of what you're creating. Not everybody should be privy to the information in regards to what's going on in your life. Some of you, there's a need to kind of keep it under wraps. Allow yourself to achieve some of your initial goals. How you're growing on it. It's like, allow yourself to get far from this energy, and to get to a point where you're happy with the fruits of your labor, where you're seeing the success and feeling the success and feeling the victories coming to you. You know, be unstoppable. For some of you, I'm hearing like the most trusted information you can get is the information that moves, through your inner knowing. Okay? So be aware of that. I think that's going to be the end of your reading. I want to see where this goes on the next round of videos. Be confident in what you can accomplish. And of course, this is an energy that's this is a energy that's more drug out, more into your future. This is going deeper into your future. And like I said, I feel like you're more in this energy here, in the beginning of this endeavor, you know. So be patient with yourself. If this resonates with you, understand that this is not just a today and here is the reward tomorrow kind of thing. This is something that's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take patience, and for you to really believe in yourself, to not be swayed, and to have faith, and to really, really practice affirmations. Really meditate and envision what you want. Start writing it down. Maybe even create a vision board. Write out a characteristic list of like customers you want to encounter. Really paint the picture for what you're creating and what you're going towards, because it'll help you in the long run. It'll help you skip a lot of the, oh, well, I wanted this, I got it, but I didn't know this comes with it. And kind of like eliminating the little loopholes that, the little filler points. You know, you're adding detail to, I'm hearing it if it was like a sculpture. You're adding those details and those highlight points and those low light points that really add structure and character to a piece. So you're perfecting what it is you're manifesting. And that's a beautiful way to do it, because you skip out on wasting time having to apply energy to those small details you didn't focus on initially. If you give yourself time and you practice patience, then you will be able to create with precision and manifest with detail and really produce something that's going to be more tailored to what you want. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very excited for you guys. It feels like a very much so blessed venture. You have a lot of major arcanas. We have 5 major arcanas. So you're being assisted in this process. And you definitely were guided to do this, especially with all these majors. It's like you're feeling the push. You're feeling the backing. You're feeling reassured. You feel like Source has your back. Universe has your back. Your ancestors have your back. Your spirit guides have your back. Your archangels have your back. And you feel like victory is obtainable. Do not allow yourself to really see what it takes to get there and kind of turn tail to it. Just because it may take a lot of work, or will take a lot of work on self, on image. Not to say that you have a bad image, but you have to create a image for whatever you're creating. So yes, image. Just be delicate with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with the process. Excuse me. Be confident. Be strong. Be brave. Push yourself. And if you don't have no cheerleaders in your corner, be your own cheerleader, because you don't need them. Understand that this is something that's yours. Again, this is like your baby. Who do you trust more than than yourself with your baby? So really nurture your baby. Nurture yourself. Nurture everything that you want to turn out in the way that feels right. And that's not saying to hold on too tightly to outcomes. And I don't see no 4 of Pentacles or nothing out here. So, I think you're going about this, or will go about this, really tapped in, really guided, really going with the flow. I'm hearing execute. You'll execute this. And of course you'll have a few little things that you're like, oh, I could have did that different. But that's a part of growing. That's a part of doing something new. That's a part of change. If you sit here and critique, everything, then you'll slow down your progression. So be happy, be confident. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, if not for all of you that this resonates with, keep a journal. Go get a few spirals or single sheets, however you want to write it. Get you the things you'll need to keep a record of this experience. It'll also get a calendar and stay organized. Try to stay one step ahead of yourself. Don't kick yourself in the ass if you fall behind or life happens. But definitely keep a log of your experience separately. Keep a log of your experience separately. Keep a log of the development of your endeavor in a separate journal. Have 2 separate stacks, okay? And document this, because there's going to be in the future a need to revert back to it. Even if it's just to relearn what you've already come to understand in a better way. And surround yourself with people whose elevating. Surround yourself with entrepreneurs. Surround yourself with people who are already on a higher plateau than you. Because essentially your surroundings are your stairs. That's the way I'm seeing it. And that's not like to step on anybody's neck. That's not to bite off somebody's style, if people still say that. That's not like to be like anybody else. And don't get it confused. That's not to be like anybody else. Keep your individuality. But I'm saying, surround yourself with energy that's constantly elevating. And people that you can learn from. You always want to stay in a surrounding that's better than you so that you can consistently grow into better surroundings that's better for you. You can't have change if you don't invoke change in yourself and in your life first, especially in your perception and in your self-beliefs, because we've got to come to terms with a lot of us have went through life with people who don't have the same viewpoints. Everybody has their own truth. Everybody's different, you know. So get back to self. And that's what you really need to be doing at this time anyways. Aligning with where you need to go. Understanding where you are and where you're going. Whew, alrighty. Hey, that's going to be your reading. Beautiful reading, Libra. Success is on the way. Success can be yours. Don't let nobody brainwash you. And don't brainwash yourself. And don't sacrifice your joy or your... You can gather a team if you feel like it's too much work, but pay attention. Pay attention to what energy they're coming in with and what energy you're in, because the energy you're in will tell you a lot about the energy of the people who are being attracted to you. And if you feel like you're not in a good energy, put that energy into yourself before you put it into your business, because you got to start your foundation on a solid basis. That's it. That's going to be your reading. All right. All right, Virgos. Have a good one. Beautiful.